Big boy's taking the skywalk for the first time.
This is not my first time.
You didn't even know where to park a second ago.
Well, I've never been to this place.
Yeah.
Will you calm down with that? Or I'm gonna flash my titties.
Someone needs to flash them tits.
So.
No one even saw them. Flash your tits that way. No one's over there either. Flash your tits to that guy. Well, let's get his reaction. Oh, he didn't like that too much. No, he didn't like that too much. Yeah, just a couple country boys in the city, living life. What do you think about that? Here, press that button.
What button?
Let's see what it opens.
Would you just come on? You got shit to do.
This was the guy waving at random people earlier, telling me I need to chill out. And then when I finally chill out, he's telling me I need to chill out.
Matty Daddy and the Midget Podcast. 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 Matty Daddy and the Midget Podcast.
I'm pregnant. I do not want to touch his ass.
It's been a long time since I used that word with a hard R.
Yep.
Well, hey!
Hi
Hey,
there.
welcome to Matty Daddy and the Midget Podcast. I am Matty Daddy. You know, we've been doing this podcast for, over a year. We've been friends for a long time. And, the viewers know that, but I don't think we've ever told them about how we actually met.
Right.
Should I tell them?
Please.
Okay, well, we used to go to this fucking diner. It's like a breakfast joint, right?
Yeah.
And I'd always see you, you were really unforgettable. You were so charming and handsome. And, I went to therapists, hypnotists, psychologists, just trying to forget your stupid, pretty little fucking face. But I couldn't. It'd pop up everywhere, anywhere, everywhere. And one day you come out to me, and you come up to me and you say, Matty Daddy, listen. I'm like, how'd you know my name? This is the first time we ever met. And you're like, look, I've been looking at you a while, watching you eat your pancakes and eggs, and you seem like a good dude, and I just wanted to include you on a deal of a lifetime. I'm like, by God, what is it? He said, I'm going to become a male prostitute. I'm like, Jesus Christ, midget, don't do that. Whatever, it's your body. So the next day, we're both in the diner, and you come up to me again, and you're like, Matty Daddy, I'm buying breakfast. I'm like, you don't gotta do that, midget. You know how I eat. Pretty expensive steak and eggs. And you're like, no worries. I got you. I made $450.05 last night. I'm like, Jesus Christ, midget, who the hell gave you the 5 cents? And you said, each and every one of them. I said, for Christ's sake, midget, that's 9,001 dudes. Simonson, and I'm here with
Jake. You know these countries are getting pretty crazy lately, but I'm not scared of North Korea or China or anything like that.
No.
You know what country scares me? Germany.
Yeah?
Because I don't know if you're a history buff or not, but this country back at the beginning of the 1900s, that century.
Yes.
They decided they're going to go to war.
Yeah.
And their opponent, the world. Yeah. You would think the world would win 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Actually pretty close.
Pretty close.
Yeah. And then about 20 years later, Germany decides to go to war again.
With?
The world. You would think that these people would come up to him and be like, you're not going to be a country anymore. On account of you keep picking fights. With the world.
By God.
The Midget Hilsebeck.
And this is Matty Daddy and the Midget Podcast.
Easy for God.
And let's, we both decided to use some jokes from the man himself, Norm Macdonald, rest in peace.
The man, the legend, the myth.
Yes, died earlier this week. My favorite comedian of all time. We've referenced him numerous amounts of times on this podcast before.
Absolutely, yeah.
Using some of his jokes as nicknames in the past. And I'm heartbroken. Died at the the age of 61, been battling cancer
Secretly.
as we both smoke for the last 9 years.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that?
I can.
Didn't tell.
I'm doing it right now.
I mean, I'm not gonna say he didn't tell. I don't know who he told,
Right.
but apparently a lot of family and a lot of friends didn't even know.
He might have told just like 2 people in his family, honestly, but
He might have told his son, maybe.
he definitely didn't make it public.
Definitely not. And I seen something earlier. I seen a comment earlier. It's like, so Anthony Jeselnik was on Howie Mandel's podcast, and he said, Jesus, if I would have known he was battling cancer for the last 9 years, I would have been nicer to him. And I seen a comment saying that's exactly why
funny.
Norm told no one.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause he didn't want you to be nice. He
No.
didn't want you to treat him any different.
No.
And to me, that is the most noble, badass fucking thing ever. He didn't want to worry people with his problems.
Right.
He just wanted
That's nuts. That's awesome.
he just wanted to make people smile.
And it worked.
And I fucking love it. Like, if you're watching this right now, there's a great YouTube channel, way better than Matty Daddy 316, called I'm Not Norm. And hours upon hours upon hours of Norm clips, interviews, all that shit.
Whoever's running that channel is doing the Lord's work.
I know, and he's kind of like Norm. He's not putting himself out there.
No.
He's never made a video of himself. It's all just Norm shit.
All Norm.
And it's amazing. Like, Norm, one of the greatest stand-up comedians of all time, a master of the pause,
Oh, his pause was incredible.
a master of deflection. You never know
Absolutely.
where he's going with a joke.
Improv was on point.
And I will say, like, the greatest talk show guest in
For sure.
all of history.
If he was on Conan, you knew it was going to be amazing.
Conan, Letterman,
Letterman.
fucking Ferguson, fucking Leno, Dennis Miller. He was a great guest for Dennis Miller for years. I could fucking talk about Norm this whole podcast, but we won't. But I just want to tell you another quick story about
Sure.
the time after we met, you know?
Oh, yeah.
So, you came up to me one time. This is after you became a male prostitute and everything. I told you not to do that. Whatever, it's your body. You came up to me and you're like, look, Matty Daddy, I'm throwing a big party later. Throwing a big rager. There's going to be lots of celebrities, lots of, famous people, lots of rich, influential people. I think you should come.
This is when I was living in Brooklyn, apparently.
Yeah, and I'm like, well, I don't really party. And you're like, well, it doesn't matter. You'll have fun. Just come there. There's gonna be lots of fighting. There's gonna be lots of drinking. There's gonna be lots of fucking. And I said, well, by God, you throw a hard bargain there. Like, what time should I stop by? And you're like, anytime. It's just gonna be the two of us. So I stopped out about 9:30. So yeah, rest in peace, Norm Macdonald. Though those were all jokes. I like your joke. I love that joke. It's so like he had a way too of just like stating the obvious in ways like a lot
That
of
was
people
funny.
don't think of though too. Like, how the fuck did Germany fight the world?
And it
twice.
was close.
Twice.
Yeah.
Twice it was close. And he's like, he has another joke like, everyone's so afraid of North Korea right now. North Korea attacking us or a terrorist attack? The chances are so much more likely for you to get attacked by your own heart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Or Germany.
Or Germany. I was going to say Germany. Because they might decide to go fight the world again.
Yes. By God. Hey, I'm a satisfied Kratom customer, and I'm about to drink some Kratom. That's fucking good. I was thinking about shit we could talk about on this podcast and stuff.
You talk about shit.
Well,
Actually,
that's kind of where I was going with it.
can I tell a story?
If you want.
When we got here and I took a shit,
Yep.
that was by far the longest, straightest turd I've ever had in my life.
My God.
Yeah.
By God, I meant to say.
I want to say it was at least 8 inches out of the hole, and then it went in.
You were shitting when I was in the shower.
Yeah.
Did you have the conscious decision not to flush the toilet while I was showering?
Nope.
Okay. Cool.
Fuck it.
It gives me an idea. Well, congrats on the healthy turds.
Thank you.
Me and my dad didn't get along when we were growing up, or when I was growing up. I guess he was growing up too. I don't know.
I mean,
he was growing out, and we didn't get along. I kind of fucking hated my dad when I was in the, adolescence rebel rouser.
oh, you were a rebel rouser, were
Yeah. So every time, like, he worked at Hormel, so like he'd work from like 5 to 3 or something, or 5 to 4. So he'd always be taking a shower when I'd get off of work, or school, sorry. He'd be taking a shower right when I got home from school, and I would always know, he'd take a shower at the same time.
Sure.
And I'd always know when he was taking a shower, and I'd just purposely.
Flush the toilet?
Yeah.
Bold move. I love it.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
And maybe that's why he hated me. I don't know.
Fuck them kids.
Yeah. Yeah, but I get along with the guy now. He actually. I'm not trying to get too dark, so let's just move on. There's a time where your wife put a finger in your butt. Do you want to talk about it?
Didn't we already talk about this?
Did we?
I'm pretty sure we brought it up before.
Brought it up, but I'd like to go into the nitty gritty, dirty little details.
I didn't tell the story?
I don't think so.
Are you sure?
Nah, yeah, I'm pretty
I
positive.
feel like I did, but...
I go through the long, process of editing this shit. I think I'd remember.
Would you? Anyway, so when... I want to say... What year was that? Probably 2012?
It was that long ago?
Yeah. Literally, we had just started dating.
Has it happened? What? Okay, just tell the story first, so give the people some context, and then,
Sure.
and then we can get into the who, how, why, what, when, where.
Isn't that the story?
Yeah, just go for it.
Okay, so we were actually living above the garage of Joe Cook's house. They built like a little apartment up there,
Yep.
and so we moved
With
in
the
there.
stripper pole.
It was like that, but
You definitely haven't told this story before either.
okay.
Yeah.
But
On here, anyways.
so we were living up there, and Mindy's sister came over. We were having some drinks, and
Of course.
I decided I was fucking drunk and I was going to bed because I had to work in the morning. So I did that. They stayed up, and then apparently, when she left, her sister, Mindy came to bed, and I don't know if you know this much about my wife, but when she drinks, she gets horny.
I know. Continue.
What?
Oh, we're also going to be talking about your guys' comments and reactions to last week having Nasty Nate stop in to fill the role. Continue.
Anyway, and so her sister leaves and she comes to bed. She decides that she wants to fuck, so she goes to wake me up.
Oh, yeah.
She goes to wake me up with a BJ. And I don't know if I wasn't waking up fast enough or if she was just really feeling the mood.
Yeah?
But while she was blowing me, she just... Are you jerking off?
No. My balls are hot.
So while she's blowing me, she just shoves that finger right in my bunghole.
In your butt.
Mm-hmm. I just drew one of my... I'm getting horny.
Me too.
That woke me up. Yeah.
The finger in the butt did?
Yeah.
So she was blowing you. I just realized I scratched my balls and itched my nose.
Nobody would have realized that.
So the blowjob didn't wake you up,
Right.
but the finger in the butt did.
Oh, yeah.
That makes sense.
That brought me back to life.
Yeah. I think most of our viewers would agree with that. Let us know in the comments section, and also Maria Sharapova.
Mm-hmm.
Been a while.
Yeah.
Continue.
And then that woke me up, and I don't know if she went to take it out because I was awake or if she just was done with that whole part of the blowjob. But I said leave it in.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And did she?
Yep.
Wow.
And then we fucked.
And did she, what? So like, was it just kind of stationary in there, or was there?
She didn't give me the come here, you could say. It was just holding its spot. Yeah.
But that was enough.
Oh yeah.
That was good.
Yeah.
Did you come?
She ended up stopping and we fucked. So yes, I did eventually.
Good old prostate
A
massage.
few seconds later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After you inserted.
Yeah.
That's hot.
Stay tuned for the reenactment with Mdatm and the Midget.
Did she wash her finger later?
I'm assuming.
You didn't ask.
No.
Huh. And what'd you guys say afterwards? Where you're like, that was weird.
No. Just
You're just like,
kind of avoided it.
Hmm.
I think she realized how drunk she was and she didn't want to really bring it up.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, so it was because she was drunk.
I think so.
Has she done this move since then?
I don't think so. No. That was a one and done, which is a bummer for me because it was actually pretty nice.
Sounds like you need to get her drunk more often.
Yeah.
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 Yes. Yeah, we don't have the soundboard that everyone loved last week because somebody forgot the fucking laptop. So I'll be providing sound drops
Thank you.
with my mouth. Another thing I'll be providing with my mouth, fun stories. All right, I got a story that you reminded me of.
Yes, please.
And then we'll get into the comments from last week's Nasty Nate drop-in.
Sure.
So we got a lot of comments from that.
Did we?
Yeah, the views were crazy. Apparently they like him more than me. So what's up with that?
It's fine.
But, so, I was dating this girl. I'd say I was probably 17.
Okay.
And,
What's his name?
and, so this girl lived in Clear Lake. I can't say the name. But we had dated and then kind of like broken up and we're still talking to each other and shit. So it was in that weird phase where like it was about to die or whatever.
Yep.
But it was Valentine's Day.
Ooh.
And so like, I don't know if I was still trying to make it work. I probably knew it was dead, but it was just like horny trying to fuck.
Naturally.
So like I bought her a box of the heart-shaped box of chocolates.
Nirvana.
And speaking of chocolates, I'll get there later. I came over, and it was like on a Sunday, right?
Yep.
So normally her dad was gone at work, and we just go. Her room was upstairs, and we just go upstairs and fuck.
She was upstairs.
She was upstairs, and but Valentine's Day was on a Sunday, so her dad was home, and she's like, I'm like, yeah, let's fuck. She's like, she said, we can't fuck. My dad's home. I'm like, okay, whatever. You know, I brought you fucking chocolates. We're not gonna fuck. What's up with that?
That's kind of the fair trade of Valentine's Day.
I know that thing costed like $5.
Fuck.
But anyway, so like I just started fingering her. We were laying in her bed. I'm like, I can fuck quiet.
Was this prior to you knowing the tug and pull, or was this?
I think I've always been pretty good with my fingers.
Good.
Yeah.
Took me a while.
I never tried to pull nothing out.
The tug and pull?
Oh, like the come hither?
Yeah, the tug and pull.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what they like?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't even know how. It's been a while since I've finger blasted girls. But
I love the term finger blast.
But anyways, I did the. I tried something new because apparently we couldn't have sex. Apparently. Because her dad was home, so I'm like, well, gotta fucking give it a shot then. So I did the 2 in the pink, 1 in the gank.
Of course.
Or as people might know it at home, 1 in the stink. I like to call it gank because my friend's name's Gank and he's kind of a shithead.
The old shocker.
Yeah, the shocker, like Spider-Man. Get over here! Anyways, so yeah,
Spider-Man.
I was
Scorpio.
I had like one finger in her, and I'm like, I'm fucking flipping another finger in there.
Sure, fist her.
And then I'm like, oh well, it'd be weird to shove 3 fingers in your vagina, but I want to shove 3 fingers somewhere. So I'm like, West Side Connection, not anymore. Shocker time. I don't think it was my pinky though. Maybe it was.
Should have been.
Had to have been.
Yeah. It's the perfect.
But it feels weird to put a pinky in someone's butt, doesn't it?
Yeah, but it's the perfect space.
Yeah, so that must have been what I done.
Unless
I did,
No.
V for Vendetta.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so I did it, and she like got super into it. And was
So
like,
you went like this? You gave her the old...
I might have. I really don't even remember.
Whatever it is.
I really don't remember. I might have even went like...
Thumb is... You gave her the old fucking pistol.
I don't know. I shoved a finger in her butt, though, for sure. Well, I had 2 fingers in her pussy.
Yeah.
Not trying to get too graphic. But, and she was, like, getting super into it, and we were, like, making out, and, like, yeah, I didn't even ask her, though. Like,
That's fine.
I didn't even ask her, like, yo, you mind if I put a finger in your butt? I'm just like, well, let's try it out.
Yeah.
And, yeah, she liked it. And so we didn't fuck or anything. We just shocked her for a while. And I just remember like driving home from Clear Lake. It's like a 45-minute drive for me, 45 to an hour. So I had to like piss or something. So I pulled over to the side of the road. And maybe I'm making this part up. But anyways, I just remember at some point like smelling the finger that was in her butt. I'm like, does this smell like shit? Like... I'm like, actually smells pretty good. It didn't smell like shit, really.
Impressive.
Or if it did, apparently I like the smell of shit.
She must have been cleaned out.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got that dumper out of the way before you got there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or not at all that day. That's, if she just got a dumper out before I got there, you'd think it would smell.
The pipes would be
right
rubbed against, yeah.
Right. I don't get buttholes. But hey, let's look into some of these comments from last week when Nasty Nate was on the show.
Yeah.
What did you think about that, by the way?
I mean, the guy was fucking chaotic as all hell.
So, it was not fun, or what?
It was a real bummer for me.
Was it really?
It's tough to deal with.
I haven't seen it yet, but apparently I just saw the comments and reaction and stuff, and apparently the fans really liked it. They really liked it.
Yeah, he was all over the place with his drops. I let him run the drop board. Bad move.
Bad move?
Bad move. She don't like that.
Was he not doing them at the right times, or what?
At literally the most inappropriate time.
Shut the fuck up!
Yeah, kind of like that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's... I read that on a comment. I didn't know if it was relevant to... But I was thinking, like... So, never again, or what?
I mean, if the...
Because these tumbling classes are, like, inopportune at all times.
Not a word.
That one I'll agree with.
Okay.
But, like, I'm super into tumbling, and I was thinking, like, if I can't fucking be here for the podcast, he might be a good fill-in for times.
I mean, if the viewers like it, I guess I'll deal with it, but...
Yeah?
It was rough for me.
Was it?
Yeah.
Alright, well... You haven't read any of these comments, right?
No.
Okay.
I didn't realize we were getting comments.
I'll just read some off from... And these are the ones specifically catered around you and Nasty Nate's segment in the podcast.
Sure.
Okay. This one here says, great show. Big fan as always. Love the guy with the white beard, but one question. Who is the fucking douchebag?
Talking about me.
I mean, he said, love the guy with the white beard, and I think you were the only other person on screen with him.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying that was you, but I don't know who else he would be talking about.
I don't have a white beard, so they must be talking about me.
Yeah.
Is there any other ones?
Yeah, let's see if there's like a more positive one or something.
Okay.
Oh yeah, okay, here we go. Fred from Alabama.
Yeah.
He says, "Love the drops. Great new thing for the show. Couldn't be more impressed
Awesome.
with the guest host. But one problem. The fucking douchebag with the beard." I mean, you guys both have beards, but
I don't. He seemed pretty good with me.
yeah, he said he loved the guest host, so I think that would be Nate.
Is there any other ones?
Irrelevant. Yeah. Let's see what else we got.
Maybe something good.
Okay, here's one. Who's the midget with the cunt for the fucking face?
Okay.
I mean, that one was pretty specific
Yeah,
to
that's
you.
definitely
I feel like.
definitely me.
Okay, we got a few more. Maddie Daddy and the midget. Longtime fan here. It hurt my heart to see Maddie Daddy leave for tumbling classes, but I appreciate anything he does for new endeavors in his life, and I wish him the best.
Right.
But what the fuck is up with that cock-sucking midget?
Okay. I don't know what I'm doing.
I think you're doing. I don't share the views of any.
I
mean, can we lighten it up a little bit, guys?
Seems pretty like a common.
You're trying pretty hard.
I'm doing my best.
Should I stop?
I mean, if there's a better one, maybe.
Who's the fucking midget douche? I know.
I mean,
What about?
it's a real bummer.
Hey, Maddie Day and the Midget. Love your guys' comedy.
There we go.
I especially love the midget segment with Nasty Nate.
There we go.
I'm also gay and would love if the midget would call me back. Ever since we went on that date 3 weeks ago, he's been dodging me.
You're
Pretty pissed off because I
Skip that
sucked
one.
his
Skip
cock
that
in
one.
every...
Go on to the next one.
They really don't get much better from here.
Oh, that's fine.
Oh, here's one. Great show. Nasty Nate seems like a real gentleman. But the midget, I don't know who that is, but I like to punch him in the fucking face. That was from Tim in Albany, New York.
Okay.
I think he was talking about.
Definitely talking about me.
Well, we got lots of other things to talk. Maybe just go to the next segment.
Can we move on?
Guys, if we could clean it up in the comments, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I didn't know where that was going. So what about Joe Biden?
Yeah, what about him?
Did you see what was going on with... See what's going on?
You were kind of telling me about it, but no, I didn't for myself see it.
Yeah, so I seen this clip, and he must have been giving a speech or something. I wish I had a clip we could show, but the fucking thing. And but the hurricanes.
Yeah.
There's in Louisiana again, right?
In New York, I think. Too.
Ida or something?
Sounds
Was it
like
Ida?
That sounds right.
Yeah, we'll just touch on this since we don't have any, clip or anything. But apparently, Joe Biden said, in order for us to really, prepare and look to stop hurricanes, that everyone should be fully vaccinated.
So we need vaccines to prevent the hurricanes?
Yeah.
Checks out.
He apparently, God damn it, quit saying apparently.
Apparently.
Since that fucking drop, I just realized how much I say that word. But yeah, no, it didn't look doctored or edited or anything. There wasn't any cut out parts or...
Yikes.
So I think he really stood behind his statement. But yeah, I don't know.
Pretty yikesable, if you ask me.
I think if you go to YouTube and or if you go to Google and you Google the word Google, and then after that you Google Joe Biden vaccine hurricanes, I'm pretty sure it would pop up. So maybe don't do it right now. You know, we got a big show planned.
Stay tuned.
But maybe afterwards. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. We got a couple other talking points.
What else?
Shane Gillis,
Great man.
stand-up comedian.
Funny dude.
Yeah. He got canceled 2 years ago for saying the word, I'm not going to say it, but a slur, you would say. Some would say. Right? You want to tell him what it was?
He basically said he had a chink in his armor.
Who? I like how you... Yeah. He basically said, no. It rhymes with the word... anyways, he had auditioned for Saturday Night Live. They accepted him. He was about to be a new cast member to Saturday Night Live. It didn't get longer than a week before, because he had a podcast called Shane and Matt's Secret Podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently the NBC
Apparently.
representatives for SNL, dug into his history after they had already hired him. You'd think he might do that before you hire the guy, but
Prior. It's a prior thing.
But they found him saying a slur, and it was just it was comedy. But I mean, 2021, you gotta watch your P's and count your Q's.
Sure.
So they fired him.
Yes.
Before he'd ever even been on the show, they fired him.
Right.
So he was canceled. There was a media outroar, an outrage of Karens and fucking Democrats just pounding his internet door down with fucking insults and inquiries and incest.
Now we're talking.
And
what are you doing, step bro?
He had a hard time, getting anything after that. As far as, he was a stand-up comedian, he could still do that, but there's certain clubs, blah, 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 blah. Flash forward. 2 years later, he just released a special on YouTube.
Excellent special.
Called Live in Austin. And that was a week ago. It's officially hit 1 million views.
It has been 1 million. Yes.
Yep. Within a week, hit 1 million, and a great stand-up special.
Oh, amazing.
We both watched it.
I thought it was excellent.
It's got the classic segment, Fox News Dad.
Yep.
Right?
Of course.
And then the whole thing about his his sister getting titty fucked behind a Home Depot.
His sister does heroin.
Yeah, I almost said titty fuster getting, I don't know. So great special. I mean, definitely go check that out.
Yeah.
He's been doing the podcast rounds, been doing a great job.
Promoting.
Wearing the same shirt every single show.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
Which I love. He said before he only owns 2 shirts, and you gotta respect the man.
Well, yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's fully indulged in the high school football coach look.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
The fucking Jerry Sandusky's fucking assistant.
Who? He's fucking the assistant again?
That's what I've heard.
Yeah. I think it was kids, but it's fine.
Yeah. Who the fuck is texting me? But yeah, I mean, great fucking special.
Excellent. Excellent special.
Definitely check that out. We got some other things.
Oh, we got a problem.
Who? What's that? Okay.
Get that box out from under it. Stop charging.
Really?
Yep.
Now we're dealing with that shit.
No,
We're
I
having some
fixed it
technical
earlier.
difficulties.
I fixed it earlier, but you must have moved it. Because then that would have been a problem when we got there.
So Jake's butthole wife.
I have a butthole wife?
I just
Should love to hear that.
paraphrasing. Shane Gillis stand up, Nasty Nate reaction. We got some other shit. It's just, we must have talked on the phone. We're talking about shit we could talk about on the podcast or whatever.
Yeah.
And so there's some stuff like French silk pie.
Yeah, what about that?
Ghosts, UFOs, sleep paralysis, Matt's car accidents.
I'm pretty sure...
I don't want to get to all of them, but is there one you want to touch on?
I'm pretty sure ghosts, UFOs, and sleep paralysis we already had an episode on.
We talked a little bit about it, but I mean, we could talk more about it. You want to hear about the French silk pie
I'm fairly
thing?
certain there was this French silk pie story I heard, or I've been wanting to hear, but you're saving it for this, and I need to hear this.
All right.
Because I fucking love French silk pie.
So, you love French silk pie? Well, no one loves French silk pie more than I love French silk pie.
I don't know about that, but continue.
And I don't know how this turned into the episode where I just lead a lot of stories with, so I used to date this girl. But,
Got a lot of girls.
in fact, I did used to fuck. I didn't really date her. We just fucked.
Okay,
We
that's
fucked.
different.
We fucked like we were dating.
Okay, that makes sense. That checks out.
Yeah. Her name was Mindy, or, sorry. Probably shouldn't say her name. Okay. So, she lived nearby here, right?
Yeah.
And so we were fucking,
Uh-huh.
and she liked to make pies and stuff, or
Okay.
whatever.
Yeah.
And she told me, she'd been telling me for like a week or two, like, I'm about to make this French silk pie or whatever.
Sounds like
I'm
a
like-
sexual thing.
Yeah. Well, I'm like, okay, I'll believe it. You know, you better fucking bring some over to my house.
Fucking prove it.
Once
yeah.
you make this pie. I'm like, I'll believe it when I see it, you know? So anyways, one night, me and her, we got into my Ford Expedition, and we drove to a buddy's house.
Sure.
And bankrupt. And we went there, we smoked a little weed, or I did. I drank some beers. We picked him up. We were, it was wintertime, it was like December, but everything was fine, road conditions, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Picked him up, we're driving around, smoking weed and drinking alcohols, and, you know, doing what people do. I was probably like 23 or something at the time.
Do as the Romans do, right?
Yeah, and so we did that, and then we dropped him back off.
Okay.
And then, so we're going to go to my house, and I'm like, hey, bitch, you said you made that French silk pie.
Where
Well, her parents lived, like, super close to my house. I'm like, we're stopping
For sure.
at your fucking parents
We're
to
getting
get that French silk pie
You getting that fucking pie, dog.
on the way to my house.
Yeah.
We're doing that.
Yeah.
That's no fucking discussion. We doing that. We in it to win it. All up in it. No quitting. We gonna hit French silk pie. Fucking for dinner.
Absolutely.
Biatch.
Yeah.
So she was joking, but she said, "There's no French silk pie." And so I slammed on my fucking brakes, like just trying to be dramatic and shit. Like I really wasn't that pissed, but I was
Right.
trying to be dramatic.
What?
And and it happened to have been raining outside,
Okay.
and it was cold. The temperature was cold enough.
Starting to freeze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I had been, like I said, I had been driving for like the last 2 hours,
Sure.
thinking nothing of it, like going 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100.
Sold!
Thank you. Sold to the fucking gentleman with the mullet and the red hat. But, so I didn't think anything of it, but
Yeah.
it just been springing a little bit. So when I slam on the fucking brakes, all of a sudden my fucking like back tires go out from under me, and I'm going towards the left ditch. I fucking crank the wheel, then I'm going towards the right ditch. So I crank the wheel, I'm going towards the left ditch.
So I cranked the wheel.
No, it was at that crank I realized there was no turning back. I'm like, I can't correct this.
Jesus, take the wheel.
Just something in my head told me.
Right.
And I completely fucking blacked out. Completely. But what happened with my vehicle is it went from tires, flipped completely, or it did a 180, flipped upside down, landed directly on the fucking roof.
Yeah.
So like it shattered.
Fuck.
You know, a Ford Expedition. It's got like 3-row seating and shit.
Yep.
So out of however many of that windows is, it shattered 75% of them. I was blacked the fuck out. But I wasn't even wearing a seatbelt. I landed directly on my fucking neck.
Oof.
So
Glass everywhere.
yeah. The first thing I remember seeing was my vehicle's tipped over. The first thing I remember seeing is a fucking fat ass crawling out of my passenger side window with the vehicle flipped over. I'm like, just coming to. I'm like, I'm gonna follow that. You know?
Absolutely.
So
As we do.
I just followed it, and I got out. And I'm like, what the fuck, bitch? Like you didn't even try to get me out of the vehicle.
Yeah.
And she's like, I did try. You wouldn't wake up. I'm like, oh, okay, whatever.
I thought you was dead.
I'm like, are you okay? Are you okay? Like, I'm so fucking sorry. Like, are you okay? And I remember her telling me, like, she was just impressed because she thought I was just going to be super pissed. I totaled my whole vehicle that night.
Yeah.
She thought I was going to be super pissed about how I totaled my vehicle, and the first thing I did was check on her and stuff. I'm like, bitch, I don't care about my vehicle. Like, I literally almost killed both of us.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so I felt terrible, but I had some weed on me in my pocket, and I knew that, you know, after you do that, the cops are going to show up. Like, you can't really fucking flip it back over.
You can try.
Yeah, even if you did, it wouldn't have ran. It was totaled. So I threw my weed in a ditch, and fucking, at that time I smoked a lot of weed and, like, depended on it and stuff.
So that was probably a bummer then.
Yeah, it was. But, so then someone happened to be driving by, stopped, called the cops. Cops showed up, ambulance fucking shows up. Jake Rademacher, of course, is one of the guys who shows up. And, this is why she was cool, though. I wish I could say her name, but I won't, because it's all good things. But I'm like, hey, I've already had one OWI. You haven't been drinking or doing anything tonight. It would be really cool if you said you were driving and a deer ran out in front of us and that's how this all happened.
Sounds like a good plan to me. That sounds legit.
And she's like, okay. I'm like, oh my God.
That's awesome.
Let's get married tomorrow.
Because I'm going to tell you this right now, just being transparent, I would have said fuck you.
Right. A lot of people would.
Yeah.
85% of people would.
For sure.
But she said yeah. And she didn't get in any trouble or anything.
Good.
And luckily, I should say, like, we didn't get hurt at all. I had, like, a couple scratches and shit on my arms.
That was just from the glass.
But dude, we're lucky to be alive.
That's awesome.
She was fine. And then, we were both in the back of the ambulance, and they did a breathalyzer test for her because we said she was driving. And Rademacher's like, hey Matt, you want to take a breathalyzer too, just for the hell of it? I'm like, no.
I probably would have done it.
No, I know this motherfucker. He's arrested me for 2 OWIs. So I wasn't falling for that one again.
Gotcha. He was trying to persuade you into another one.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So another reason she was cool, she got home, so they dropped her off at her parents' house. She was like 19. She just still lived with her parents. Right. It sounds bad when I say like, her parents, blah, blah, blah. She was old enough.
Right.
And I was a lot younger too. But so, remember how I threw the weed in the ditch or whatever?
You went back the next day?
No, because I had no idea where the fucking thing went. I mean, they towed the vehicle that night and shit. And, but she got some weed from her dad and dropped me off weed, like, the next day. And it's like, I know you threw your weed away.
That's so dope. That's so dope.
Yeah, and the fact that, I don't know, some shit happened, we ended up not being, it is mostly my dumb bullshit and stuff. But yeah, like, her level of coolness, like, pretty much the whole time, but especially that night.
That's super
like,
dope.
that's fucking ride or die shit. Yeah.
You're going to tell me your name when we're done, though, right?
I'll tell you her name.
Okay. That actually reminds
Hey, newsflash. She's morbidly obese now.
So I know who it is.
No. I don't know. That's just what I heard. I don't know if that's true. It's probably true.
That actually reminds me of the time me and you were partying in Bancroft, and we went to leave to go to your house. And
on that road
and
or whatever?
There was a T intersection without a sign to, hey, you're gonna need to turn here.
Yeah.
Luckily, it was a field drive, and I just got 6 feet off the air and landed perfectly fine, backed out and left.
Let me tell you something about this guy. Not only was he once a gay porn star, prostitute, but he's also a terrible driver.
I mean, I would say that.
No, I wouldn't say a terrible, but a scary ass driver. You scare me when we drive together.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember I drove your fucking Jeep one time. You can't see 6 feet in front of you.
No.
I'm going like 45, 50 miles an hour.
Uh-huh.
And I just always see you just like fucking driving fast as fuck. I'm like, how do you do this shit? And then you hit that fucking deer in front of my house. I'm like, yeah, no wonder.
Yeah.
You can only see 6 feet in front of your fucking
Well,
face.
before I hit that deer, you could see a lot further, to be fair.
Yeah.
Because now one light points at the trees, at the top of the trees
Yeah.
to the left.
I should
and the other one
mention,
points at the
all
ground.
of his lights in his vehicle are held together by zip ties and duct tape.
And a ratchet strap.
And a ratchet strap, yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm. But guess what? They all work.
Yep.
Therefore, you won't get pulled over.
By God. No, you scare the fuck out of me when you drive, though, too.
Good.
Even when we went to go see Joe Rogan.
Oh, yeah, I almost killed the set, too, huh?
Did you?
Yeah. Missed the stop sign.
Oh, yeah.
Remember?
When was that? Where was that? I mean...
I think we were turning on to 17 off of a gravel road.
Where, though? Where is 17? People,
I think it was
no one
in-
knows what 17 is.
I think it was in between Fort Dodge and like Webster City or something like
Okay.
that.
Yeah. No,
Somewhere
I
in
just remember like slight little subtle things like I don't know, you just scared me or just speeding out of nowhere and you're like, yeah, fuck it, laughing and I'm like, oh my god,
Fuck
I'm
it.
gonna die.
See, it doesn't bother me.
And we might have some stuff in the vehicle and you're like, oh whatever, it's only a blah blah blah.
Yeah. But see, it doesn't bother me, but I know it bothers other people. I hate driving. I do it all the time and I hate it.
Yeah.
So when it bothers people and they take over driving,
When they're like a fucking passenger driver or whatever.
like
See, I try not to be that, but like I
mean-
kind of like set the tone, like my comfortability.
and it was your vehicle. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah. I'm
understandable.
like, dude, you're scaring me.
But like at work, there was like 3 full years at this job that I drove to every job site, and I was over it. I've been over it ever since.
So you just drive angry.
I just drive like I don't give a fuck because I
Yeah.
don't, and I don't want to be driving. And people are like, you know what? I want to live. I'll take over.
Yeah. I'm kind of like that too when I know there's nothing bad in the vehicle and I'm sober. I drive way worse when there's nothing bad in the vehicle and I'm sober than I do like if I'm drunk or high or something. Then I'm like driving like, 55 fucking... I take a lot of gravel
You don't
roads.
drive drunk anymore.
No, I'm just saying when I used to.
Right.
Back in the heydays. Back when life was a little bit simpler. And this old chunk of coal could fucking hop around from point A to point B.
I need you to give me a compliment. I don't feel good anymore. When I look in the mirror, I don't like what's looking back.
You need a compliment?
Yeah. When I look in the mirror, I just don't like what I see. I need a compliment.
This is what I'd tell you. Appreciate your life now because one day
That's not what I want.
you'll roll over in bed and see a lady that you once loved. And you'll realize you no longer love your youngest, Alexandria, because of the grim fact that he brings back the cowardice that you see in yourself every time you get a glimpse in the mirror. And one day you might turn to that cocked and loaded gun on your bedside table just to try and end this hellish facade.
It's not what I was looking for at
Oh,
all.
what were you looking for? I'm confused.
You were supposed to tell me that, well, you got perfect eyesight. I'd go, you dirty dog!
Oh, shit. Yeah. Well, I mean, you do have a nice mullet.
Well, thank you. It's fake.
What?
It's fake.
I'll edit that out.
Please.
Do you want to call me a dirty dog?
You dirty dog!
Oh, yeah.
I said you dirty dog!
Yeah. What else do we have here?
What do we have?
What's going on? And
Because I'm out of cigarettes in my thing instead.
here, just smoke a smoke. Let's both smoke a smoke.
Smoke a little smoke, drink a little drink.
Do you see that meme where it's like, I was crying, so he crowed. We both crayed or
Crave
whatever.
together.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we crayed. Yeah. Stupid. Maybe we get into some Instagram stuff. Is there anything going on in sports? Let's look at some Instagram stuff.
Are we recording it?
Alright, do you remember this fucking classic moment from old school WWF?
Is that Tommy Dreamer?
No?
What's happening?
How do we make it big? Whatever. Remember May, that's the Dudley boys. That's Mae Young. She's like 80 years old at that point.
I remember this!
Bubba Ray Dudley just powerbombed her off the stage.
I cannot believe they did that.
Yeah. How the fuck? Like, let's just... I remember watching this live as they did it, and I'm just like, yeah! But now looking back as an adult, like, who allowed this?
Well, they did.
And who the fuck is Audrey Carlson? She sounds fake. Hey, here's a thing.
Oh, yeah, thing. I love things.
You want to read this out loud?
Hey, dude. Want to pretend our mechanical pencils are heroin needles? Oh my god, I did that.
Who didn't?
I think I said it was steroids, though. I
Yeah?
didn't go full H.
Isn't that funny, though?
Yeah.
Here's one for you. Relevant.
Every shitty school has a specific bulldog as their mascot. Oh, shit, it's true.
And what was our school mascot?
That shitty bulldog.
Mm-hmm. That's from Hardcore Comedy 2.0. It's not from fucking Algona, fucking 10-year reunion group or whatever the fuck.
I want to say Hampton Dumont's was the exact same bulldog.
So many. You don't really realize it because we just live in this small, tiny little fucking shack. This hellish facade. But did you see that? I also heard that our old math teacher, Mr. Allers, might have passed away.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he'd been working on that for a while.
And he committed suicide, eh?
Yeah, he'd been working on that for a few years.
That's sad.
I mean, to be honest, he finally finished the job.
I had him as a home room teacher and a math teacher. I mean, yeah, we can make jokes and stuff, but like he was going through some shit, so I feel bad for him.
I do too. But I mean,
But at least he ended that hellish facade by grabbing that cocked and loaded gun next to his bedside table
Don't think
after
that's how he
looking
did it.
at a woman he no longer loved and a child that he couldn't cease to stare at because it brought him back to the cowardness that he saw in himself every time he looked at himself in the mirror.
actually, I'm pretty sure that's the reason, because he was single with no kids.
So it's not looking good for me.
No.
Hey, did you see this?
No. Moreno Figueredo 3.
Yep.
They announced it?
Yep.
Hell yeah.
So the December card, which also features, I believe, Amanda Nunez versus Juliana Pena, and I believe they're also trying to get Poirier and Oliveira on that card.
Sure, that makes sense.
Sorry, Oliveira. I struggle so hard saying it.
Fair enough.
I always say Oliveira. It's Oliveira. Charles
I didn't know
Oliveira.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Trying
did
to
you
get
hear?
this shit right.
She is amazing at promos, dude.
Juliana Pena?
Yeah.
100%. She's fucking sexy little fucking
She's a dime, dude.
Her nickname is the Venezuelan Vixen. I'm just wondering where I can stick my dick in.
Dixon. Both of us could put our dicks in.
And she could come in here and fucking beat the shit out of both of us too.
I mean, I'd let her.
I would too.
Yeah,
She'd probably make us put our dicks in each other. And after that I'd say, you know what? You're way out of line. You got a lot of growing up to. Ridiculous. Alright, what do we got over here?
That's some stuff.
Trying to, okay, so fucking Oscar De La Hoya.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, that's Stephen Bonner. I don't know what's going on there, so I don't want to get into it.
You're killing
Here's
it.
the thing.
Oh, some stuff.
I think you'll like this one.
Oh my god. did not realize how much he looks like Stewart.
Yeah. You want to explain that to the crowd?
So back in the day, I don't remember the era. I think this was...
Early 2000s Mad TV.
Yeah. Was Bobby Lee still there? Or
Yes.
did he leave before? I think he was still there.
Oh yeah, Bobby Lee was there the whole fucking through all the
Right,
2000s.
but they had this character, Stewart, who
Yep.
was played by, what's his name? Is it Matt something? Matthew something?
Michael McDonald.
Michael McDonald. Which, his catchphrases were, "Look what I can do," and "I need to do it." And
That was good.
thank you. He is one of...
Come on, man, you know the thing.
The thing. He's one of my favorite characters on Mad TV of all time.
Yeah, Michael McDonald is great in general. He also had a fucking
What are you doing?
He had a funny scene in the movie. Who's the fucking midget? The Leprechaun movie.
Let me do it.
He gets killed by the Leprechaun in one of the Leprechaun movies.
Oh, really?
Good scene, yeah.
Did not know that.
Yeah, it's really funny.
Look what I can do. And then hang on.
But then,
Hang
so are you still explaining this?
So he would say, "Look what I can do," and then he'd do something like this.
Very accurate.
Thank you.
Very accurate. But who were they comparing him to? Like for the fans who might not know.
Oh, he was compared to somebody?
Did you see the bomb?
Oh yeah, this picture, yeah. So that's Patty the Baddie Pimlet, a up and comer on was Cage Warriors.
Yes,
right?
sir. Which is a MMA organization out of like
another country.
the Euros.
Yeah. So he was. Did he have a title over there?
Yeah, he won
did?
the title.
He was a pretty big star
The lightweight title, I believe.
in Cage Warriors.
Yeah. Which is also the place Conor McGregor, fucking Michael Bisping came out of. Several other people.
Several big names that have done well. His the word I'm looking for where his first fight, his
Debut.
Thank you. In the UFC was last Saturday.
Yeah, it was.
And-
No. Saturday before that. Last Saturday there was nothing.
Right.
Last he was on the Brunson Till where Till got
Yes.
emasculated.
And honestly, I've heard him do a few interviews. I've seen a couple of his fights at Cage Warriors. I'm a big fan of this man. He knows how to entertain, you could say. He has there's a fight where he does a flying like armbar or the triangle. I can't remember, but it was fucking dope.
Mm-hmm.
And I love flying submissions. They're the coolest thing in the world to me.
Definitely.
And so I've been a fan of his since like they first talked about bringing him to the UFC. And honestly, I was worried about halfway through that first round because he got caught.
I love fights like that. I love fights like that where you think this guy's about to be finished, and then that guy comes back and he's like, "Nope, fuck you, I'm finishing you."
Completely comes back from almost being knocked out after getting clipped and just destroys him.
There's a couple fights like that. So like Michael Pieza versus Vincent Lucay.
Yep.
Remember we watched that at your house?
Yep.
And Michael Chiesa was like fucking beating the shit out of Vincent Lucay, and then he fucking comes back within like a round. And another one, Oliveira versus Chandler. Chandler's fucking about to knock out.
Chandler had him fucking almost out.
Yeah, Chandler's about to knock out Oliveira. It's the end of the first round. And then Oliveira comes out in the second round and knocks Chandler out.
Finishes.
Those are my favorite type of fights.
For sure.
Where just the tides fucking turn so quick, and you're like, "Oh my fuck!" You
It's
can't
all
even
over the
like.
place, yeah.
Like me and you were texting like little girls like we always do. When I don't remember I don't remember the name of the guy he was going against.
Right.
But he was hitting him with some hard fucking shots,
He was,
right?
and he clipped him.
And you're like, oh shit. And then Patty comes out, dude, with a fucking Fury. Like Fury Road fucking Mad Max type shit. And knocks his ass out. Referee, it's a TKO, referee stoppage and shit. But like, he was just hitting this dude with bombs.
For sure.
And then Bisping comes in the octagon, and he's like, "I told you I was," or Patty's like, "I told you I was gonna knock his ass out, man, in the first round." And Bisping's like, "Well, you almost got knocked out yourself." And Patty, Scousers don't get knocked out, lad. You know?
Yeah.
You gotta love that fucking.
That's a pretty good accent.
That Scouser accent, dude. You gotta love that.
That's
shit, dude.
pretty good.
You gotta fucking.
Pretty
love
close.
That shit. Yeah.
Do we have things?
Yeah. Here's one you'll really like.
Yeah. It's a kid crying, pretending to play guitar. It says, and this next song is called "Stop Eating My Fruit Snacks After You Bang My Mom." That's fair. I mean,
You ever had to deal with that before?
I mean,
Was Willow ever like that?
I mean,
Did you eat her fruit snacks after you banged her mom?
I fucking love fruit snacks. Dude. I fucking love fruit snacks. If I was single, I'd bang single moms just for the fruit snacks. I know she
Dude,
has.
I mean, after fucking abroad, is there anything better?
Like fucking out of country.
No, after fucking a lady or a woman, is there anything better than 1A being a cigarette,
Mm-hmm.
1B being some fruit snacks?
Fuck no.
I mean, those are like 1A and 1B to me.
Especially when I get back off the plane after fucking abroad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
100%. Looks like we got a couple other things.
We got some
maybe.
stuff and things?
Possibly.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
we don't have sound here, but I think
That's
this
okay.
video basically speaks for itself.
Yeah.
So, what you don't see right now, I mean, that's talented, but there's two guys playing NBA 2K, right?
Uh-huh.
And there's a lady just fucking
Fucking
doing
wall.
her thing. She's putting that thing down.
Flip it and reverse it.
Is your flipping nipple wet yet?
Not yet.
Fuck it. Now that guy's getting mad because the dude's lady's distracting her. It's like, how can I fucking play some NBA 2K when she's literally sitting on her own face?
Huh.
So, I like that one.
Yeah. So is the whole thing behind that clip that he told her to do that so he could distract the dude?
I think it's all like a bit.
Well, yeah, but I mean, is that the story behind the bit?
I don't know. I'm not sure. It seems like the lady's just kind of doing it. She's being a thought.
A
And
slut.
she's just like looking for attention.
Sleuths and
And
whores.
they're like, these boys are both playing games. How do I get their attention?
By showing them your vagina.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
fucking sitting on your own face.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Did you see this?
Some stuff.
This was interesting.
What's this? What?
So, okay. So this guy right here,
Yeah.
he turned into this girl right here.
Oh, wow.
And he's an MMA, he, she, they, it is an MMA fighter. So this guy turned into this girl who now fights as a woman and defeated this lady right here.
I'm sure she did.
And it's basically set the community, the MMA community, and it's put them at an outroar. Like, here's, let's look at some comments. Diego Sanchez,
Yep.
saying crazy time. I mean, he's a little bit crazy, so let's try and find something else. I'm all for that wants to be whatever. I can't read that. Want to be a man, deciding to be whatever. That's stupid. This is nauseating. Anyways, a bunch of MMA fighters came out and like, this fucking chick or whatever she wants to call herself now
Sure.
needs to get her ass beat by a fucking man, because that is kind of bullshit. And no other leagues really allow that shit. The fact that
I would honestly, if it was up to me, I would just create a new division. Men's, women's, trans.
someone said that, and
Yeah.
yeah, I actually agree with that.
That makes-
trans people fighting trans people.
That makes
Either you're a
perfect
woman
sense.
or you're a man. Fucking fight it out. You're both trans.
Yeah. See, then it evens the playground.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, it's just not fair.
hmm And it almost doesn't seem real, but with the fucking unique tattoos.
It's
In
definitely
this
real,
picture,
yeah.
you can tell. I mean, that wouldn't fly in the UFC, but some
Still,
other low-level
it's
MMA organizations. Oh, this is also what I want to talk about. What is this the Met Gala? What is this? Where did this come from?
Basically, it's an event for the most rich people in the world to hang out.
Dress like it's fucking Halloween and drink children's blood?
No, they used to just dress up. But it's slowly grown into a Halloween event.
So let's look at some of these pictures. I mean, what the fuck is that?
That's
okay. So that's actually Kim Kardashian.
yeah. That see that exact outfit right there?
Yeah.
Actually, I have a dude that comes over to my house every Saturday night looking like that.
You didn't know that? That was me.
That's you.
Yeah.
Oh. That makes sense.
I go by a different moniker on Craigslist.
Yeah.
Because, I'm not trying to put that life out there.
That makes sense then, because the name was Dominatrix, and I was like, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I know.
It's just, you threw your name in.
It was just like a thing on the fly. I didn't know what to
that works. That works.
But yeah, like, she's not the only one. I mean, that is fucking ridiculous, right?
Absolutely.
For, like, a red carpet, that's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, just make sure you cover every part of my skin.
But, like, some of the other fucking costumes, did you see all that shit?
You see the tax the rich?
Yeah, like the Chick-fil-A
AOC?
fucking... Yeah, AOC, like, did, like, the tax the rich and, like, a Chick-fil-A fucking
Font?
thing or whatever.
Yeah.
It's-
Bitch, you guys are the rich. This is an event for the rich.
Right. What the fuck? Yeah, what the fuck? Let's just talk about that for a little while.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like, AOC, whatever. But, like, that whole event was nuts. The Megan Fox basically was nude. Which, I mean, I'm not against that.
Nothing wrong with
No. Did you see her nude? Basically nude?
that. I saw a clip of Conor McGregor.
Yeah,
throwing a
we're
drink at
going to
him.
get to that. So, Megan Fox is with Machine Gun Kelly, right?
Yep.
Who is basically the fucking biggest piece of white trash on the fucking planet. Next to
A wonderful trans rapper.
oh my
He
god,
is.
he looks like that MMA fighter right there.
That's what I'm saying.
But yeah, so he somehow scored fucking Megan Fox, and and they're friends with fucking Travis Barker, who's with Kourtney Kardashian now, and it's the grossest fucking. They all need to be publicly executed, in my opinion.
Except Megan Fox.
It's a character piece, but yeah, except Megan Fox.
Yeah.
She needs to be publicly displayed
Forever.
in my basement.
Yeah. Can we work that out?
We might be able to.
Yeah.
Let's get Conor McGregor on board. I think he can make it happen.
You can probably make it happen.
With
yeah.
that whiskey money.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's get into that. I mean,
Focus that day.
some of the outfits were nut. I don't even know what the fuck's going on. Lil Nas X is pregnant nowadays. He's like, whatever. Conor McGregor and MGK get
Before
into
we
it
get
on
to
the
that-
red carpet.
Before we get to that, I just want to note that Jack Harlow is fucking hilarious. Because apparently there was like an event a while back where he went up to Saweetie. It was like trying to be like slick, like, hey, I'm Jack Harlow, and like hitting on her,
Yeah.
And apparently at the event,
I'm not convinced that Jack Harlow isn't actually Alex Kidding.
he could be, but it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Because
Alex Kidding's funny.
this past event,
Alex Kidding's a bird.
he was a bird.
Go ahead.
At this past event, apparently everybody was taking pictures of Lil Nas X, and he started walking over to him. Jack Harlow did, and Lil Nas was like, "Don't do anything sus," because he was about to do the same thing to him.
What were they about to do to each other?
He was about to hit on him since he was in a full dress or whatever.
Lil Nas X?
Yeah, Jack Harlow was gonna fuck around and go hit on her. It's fucking hilarious.
Oh, that's pretty disgusting, actually.
No, it's hilarious because he's just being funny. Act like we don't do that.
Yeah, we do it because we're joking, though. I mean, Lil Nas X,
Yeah, Jack Harlow was joking.
you fuck around and hit on Lil Nas X, though, he's probably going to be asking you to butt fuck him later.
I don't know about that. I think they're
I
friends.
do.
They have a song together.
That's good. Anyways, happy birthday, Bobby Lee.
When?
Let's talk a little, I think today.
No.
Well, let's talk a little bit, 50th birthday. Let's talk a little bit about the Triller event last weekend. We might have some clips here. Here's Anderson Silva knocking out Tito Ortiz.
Mhm.
We're gonna let that play. That's fucking knocked out cold. We're gonna play this again. Watch the punches that Tito Ortiz tries to throw
Yeah,
at
that looks
Anderson
like he's
Silva.
not even trying.
It looks like it's a bit. Like
Yeah,
it
it does.
honestly looks made. Watch 1, 2, 3, boom! He was knocked out of that first punch.
Yeah.
Then he fell against the turnbuckle, got
Yeah,
punched
right.
again, out cold. And you gotta love to see that, because Tito Ortiz is the biggest human piece of shit
And
since Machine Gun Kelly.
And I love the Spider.
Right. And then
Grew
Vitor
up.
Belfort fucking knocked out his elder, Evander Holyfield. 14-year elder, Evander Holyfield. Fucking legend in boxing. But he was 58 years old, god damn it.
Yeah,
It's fucking ridiculous.
that was a mess.
But whatever. I didn't watch it. I just fucking might as well stick around and see the Instagram fucking highlights.
That's what I did.
Yeah. So, and then, speaking of the Triller event, Donald Trump Sr. and Donald Trump Jr. were there for like the commentary
Yeah,
booth,
they were
I guess.
commentating.
And this was before the fights, but he called in on a press conference, and go ahead, you can read this.
I think Biden. I don't know why I did that. That was
That was
awful.
the worst.
That was awful.
I think Biden.
I think Biden. We go down within the first few
I
seconds.
think Biden. We
He's
both
a great man.
we need Shane Gillis for this.
But I think he would be very fast. Very fast too for now. I'm really bad at it.
I think Biden would go down within the first few seconds. He was saying, I think he got asked if there's anyone that he would box or whatever,
Sure.
blah, blah, blah. He's like, I'd probably box Joe Biden. I think he would go down in the first few seconds.
Sure.
Okay, we're almost done here. But we got to talk about this, right?
Of course.
This was a big thing. You know, fucking Steve, right?
Of course.
Wasn't his name Steve
Mhm.
from Blue's Clues?
Mhm.
He came back fucking out of the gutter.
Out of nowhere and just started talking to us, telling us he's proud of us. Bitch, I haven't done anything.
Yeah. Well, you want to read that?
In his video, he says, and then look at you, and look at all you have done. All you have accomplished. And then...
We got Tyrone Biggums.
I smoke rocks, Joe Rogan.
I like that, but that was weird, the thing out of nowhere. Let's look at this ass.
Let's look at this ass.
Whose ass is this?
Fly High Luna. Luna Star. She's a prince chair.
Oh, it's just going to pause there? Well, that's fine. We can just look at that for a while.
Yeah. Shake that lappy, lappy, huh?
That lappy tappy. Shake that lappy tappy.
Here's the
Shake
thing.
that lappy, huh? Okay, let's look at this.
Whoa. Run like the wind, Joe.
Joe transforming.
From all the horse cum.
This is fun.
Yeah.
The horse cum. Oh, that's probably why they made that. That actually makes sense.
Yeah, that's exactly why.
That just clicked.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay.
You just thought it was a random transition to...
Okay.
Don't.
Still in it. Alive from the great, nasty Nate.
Don't.
Yeah. Just look at this.
You don't do a good Nate.
Okay, fine. Sorry.
My dreams when I fall asleep high as fuck listening to Acid Mammoth and Bongzilla. Yikes.
It's even better if you know who Acid Mammoth and Bongzilla are.
That would make sense.
I love both bands. So.
Sure.
I don't know what this is.
Motherfuckers think because you got kids you went soft, bro, I'll choke the shit out of you after Paw Patrol ends.
Yup. Can you relate to that?
Yeah, actually, have you watched any of the Miss Pat show? On BET Plus?
No, I don't have BET Plus.
Well, it's a free app, and you get like a week or a month free. So
Yeah.
you can bang that show out real quick before you have to pay for it.
Ooh, is it good?
It is the most realistic and funny sitcom I've ever watched in my life. I loved every episode.
Yeah, it seems fun. It seems like they really gave her creative control.
Yeah, they did. For sure.
Yeah, it's been such a fun episode. Yeah, anyone listening, just make sure you go check out the Miss Pat show on BET Plus. You know,
I fucking love Miss Pat. She's hilarious.
yeah, she is so funny. One of the funniest people on the planet. Also, you know, go check out the YouTube channel I'm Not Norm. It's got all the great Norm Macdonald highlights you could ever want, ever need. And I listen to Bill Burr. You know, he has his just strictly audio podcast. And I seen a clip today where he was talking about the passing of Norm, and he said something so true that, like, for me anyways, he's like, Norm's one of those people you can't just watch one clip.
Oh yeah.
One or two clips. You watch one clip and then you can say goodbye to the next 2 hours.
Yeah, because you're gonna fall down that Norm hole.
And I'm like,
It's like a wormhole,
I'm 100% like that. Yeah. Speaking of wormhole.
Okay. Were we gonna talk about UFC at all?
Well, let's see. The next pay-per-view is September 25th.
Next Saturday.
Who is that?
Shanko.
That is next Saturday. Oh shit! There's some going. Today's not Saturday. Today's Friday.
Yeah, tomorrow is the Ultimate Fighter coaches.
Yeah, let's talk about. That's not tomorrow. Anthony Smith versus Hill is tomorrow.
You sure?
Yeah, the fucking.
Or is Shanko on the card with the coaches?
Yeah.
Okay,
So
that's next weekend.
the coaches, Volkanovski versus Ortega.
Yeah, they were coaches of the Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah, they're headlining that
Yeah.
pay-per-view.
That's what I said.
So let's just talk about the main three fights.
Okay.
Let's pick winners for that. So let's start with Volkanovski Ortega.
Yeah.
Who
Fuck.
do you got?
God damn it. It's a tough one. See, that helped. I think I'm going to take Volk for that one.
You're gonna take the champ,
I'm going to take the champ.
retaining his belt.
For sure.
This is what I'm thinking. I'm also gonna take Volk.
Okay. That makes
Yeah.
sense. I wonder if anybody can hear these.
What are you doing, step bro?
What do you think?
Did you make these?
No.
These are right up our alley.
Yeah, I know.
Here's one. It's not stopping. Okay. Yeah, that sounded like the same as the last one. Well, you know,
His name is John C.
These might not even play.
okay. So, yeah, I'm also going to take Volk. I don't see how Ortega be it. Volkanovski's a beast, man.
Yes.
So the next one is Chef Shanko versus Lauren Hill.
Yep.
Who do you got there?
I mean, I honestly don't see anybody beating Shevchenko.
Lauren Hill's really good, but
Yeah, Shevchenko is fucking phenomenal and basically has ran through the whole division.
and will continue to do so.
For sure. Yeah.
So we both got we both got the champs retaining their belts so far.
Yes.
Volkanovski and Shevchenko.
Yes.
So then, the fight under both of those, Robbie Lawler,
Yes. Versus
the return
Nikki D.
of Nick Diaz.
I feel like I just took my sunglasses off and said some kind of, CSI
What?
Miami.
What do you think about that one?
I feel like Nate's back. No, I mean, how long has Nick been out?
5 years.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I think
It's
2016.
been so long since he fought.
I think his
him.
last fight was Anderson Silva in 2016.
I
but
feel like-
I could be wrong.
I feel like it's been too long, and you can never count him out, but I think Robbie Lawler's just...
What about Robbie Lawler?
He's gonna win.
You think so? You think Robbie Lawler's gonna win the rematch
I do.
from fucking 15 years ago or however long ago that was?
Do?
I'm gonna have to disagree with you there.
It's fine.
So we got our one rebuttal right there. Actually, hey, I'm remembering some of the other fights.
Yeah.
Jairzinho Rosenstrike,
He's on that card?
yeah, versus what's the other black guy?
Whoa.
Curtis Blades.
You telling me you just turned your brain back on and made the Windows noise and then you remembered?
Yeah.
That's super dope, dude.
Thanks. So yeah, Curtis Blades versus Biggie Boy Jairzinho Rosenstrike. Who you got there?
Blades. Blades for sure. He's got that ground game.
Hopefully that's on that card. I'm not really sure.
If not, you're gonna look like an idiot.
You want to look some up on your phone right now?
My phone's in the other room.
Okay. Well, we'll just do those four. Or who you got there?
Blades.
I'm gonna take Rosenstrike.
Blades got hella ground game.
Actually, yeah, I'm gonna take Blades too.
And so, I don't want to fuck up and not pick. What's his name?
Blades.
Yeah, but I mean,
Razor Blades.
basically the guy that's just like him that just won the interim heavyweight.
Oh yeah. Gone.
Thank you. They're basically the same person.
Cyril Gone.
Yeah, I don't see the difference.
Gone is way better than Blades though.
Yeah, but
Gone is a fucking amazing technical striker.
sure. I'm
Who
saying
just picks you apart.
for the most part, their initial game in MMA is the same.
I think you pretty much couldn't be more wrong. But yeah, it's been a great podcast. You know.
It's been okay.
What are you thinking about the football? What do you think about the games you've watched so far? Did you see the Raiders versus Ravens game on Monday Night Football?
I actually didn't, and I wish I did.
God damn it, dude! I watched the whole game. That was one of the greatest football games I've ever seen in my
I'm
life.
super upset that I missed it because not only was it an amazing overtime game, but did you see?
I won my fantasy football matchup with that. Darren Waller fucking he fucking got it. I won by 3
play
points
won it for you?
over bitch ass Richard Baxter.
That last play won it for you.
No, not the last
Oh, I was
play,
gonna say,
but
that'd be doper.
the play that got him to tie up before they went into overtime.
Oh, okay.
Carr threw to Waller, and Waller was like, 5 yards short of, like 3 yards short of the end zone.
Yeah.
And he was about to get tackled. Dude, such an athletic beast. He just flipped around and just dove in. It was amazing, dude.
Yeah, not only did it look like it was a good game, but did you see who started the game off?
Bruce Buffer.
Dude.
Amazing, yeah.
That would have been fucking amazing to see.
Yeah.
That was dope.
And Stewart, the owner of the team, he was chilling with Charles Woodson up in the fucking
That's dope.
The box, whatever you call those things. I'm not rich enough to know. Press box.
I like it up in that box.
Score box.
Yeah.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
Yeah, but no, not Al Davis's son. What the fuck is his name? I can't even think of his name. Something Davis. That Stewart fucking looking motherfucker. Now a great fucking game though. The game that kicked off football for this season. The Cowboys versus the Buccaneers. That was a great game too.
Really good game. Really close.
Yeah.
Reed need a kicker.
Yeah, some good games. I'm 1-0 in fantasy right now.
Me too. Won by like 45 points.
I won by 3. I basically had, you know what the score was too? It was 188 versus 185. That's a high score for fantasy football.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Richard both have, me and Richie Longcockings, we both have some good fantasy football teams, but I'm feeling good about mine, man. I got Tyreek Hill, Darren Waller. I got fucking Jalen Hurts.
Why do you have a country singer? I'm gonna keep doing this
You
every time.
do that every time. Every time.
I mean, it's so close.
Hold on though.
What are you doing?
Yeah, I mean we've had fun. I mean, what do you gotta say? For the closing statements of this podcast.
Closing statements.
These damn crickets are bad this year.
I'm never bringing this fucking thing back up for you. You're gonna have to find it on your own.
Closing statements.
Closing statements are, we've had a fun.
They're really bad. I don't know where they keep getting in it.
having fucking PTSD right now.
You gotta take a shit?
Oh, I'm having PTSD. From fucking Nate? This is all he did.
I don't think I know what that is.
Anyway, it's been a show.
It's been good. It's been fun. It's been real fun. Glad everyone's enjoying the PCast. You know, to sign that off, I am Matty Daddy. Simonson. And I'm here with
Jake Turd Ferguson, the Midget Hilsebeck.
and thanks for tuning in to Matty A and the Midget podcast.
You see, God.
That was good.
These beds are so comfy.
Matty Daddy and the Midget Podcast. 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 Matty Daddy and the Midget Podcast.
I'm pregnant. I do not want to touch his ass.